Okay, here we go on the critiques of your speech to the process speech. Bubbles. You talked about free throw shooting. Actually, one of the better speeches that was submitted this time in terms of the process and how you demonstrated the process. And, oh, by the way, you can do stuff like she instead of he. Don't make all your references to he when you're doing something that's sports. Don't say you know when you are instructing us, because if you're instructing us, you have to assume we don't know. So be careful about that. Nice style, good explanation, clear explanation, well done. Practice a little bit for smoothness to get from one point to another. I know you're a little bit nervous, but work on that. Watch the ahs, the ums, and the ers. Good job establishing your credibility. I mean, I just preach credibility. Great job. Congratulations to you for being the state record holder. And that's just amazing. And what a great way of establishing your credibility. You talked about a nail on the line. Now, I ref high school basketball, and I'm not sure what you mean by a nail on the line. And when you say something like that, do you mean a nail, like a metal nail? Do you mean kind of a figuratively, your toenail on the line? All kinds of possibilities. You've got to be very, very explicit when you do that. You had too many vocalized pauses. You can work on that. You were a bit rushed at the start. Slow down. Don't go 100 miles an hour right off the top. Generally, you had all goods and lots of excellences on what you turned in, and your speech ran 7 minutes and 1 second. I'll give you the extra second there, as I told you, but overall, nice job. This one goes to Boxer. Boxer, you need to label your outline notes. I can't see your eyes. I can't see you that well. You did not follow the directions on showing the audience. I can't see the rocks that you're holding up. You sounded like you were doing a classroom lecture. Again, be conversational. Talk to us, not at us. Your picture is too dark. You're talking about geology, rocks. What's your credibility? Who are you to be talking about that? And where are you coming from on that? You had a lot of stuff in your speech that I think demands sources. I don't think you are the person who wrote the book on the beginning of the earth. So when you start talking about things that go back hundreds of years, I need sources. It's absolutely the wrong camera shot. Your speech ran 3 minutes and 47 seconds, and you didn't follow the directions on showing the audience. And again, you cannot do anything that even approaches anything at all dealing with geology in your future speeches. Next up is Lady. And Lady, you talked about shooting portraits. And frankly, you did perhaps the best job of all of the speakers this time, because in terms of process, you went to great detail to explain process. I might add, I don't know if you did it intentionally or not, but the way you composed your picture, your portrait, illustrated in some small measure what it was I think you were talking about in your speech. You had excellent shot composition. You were very conversational. You had excellent eye contact. You don't die at the end of your speech. Don't get to that kind of thing like, and that's how you take a good portrait. Finish strong. Start strong, finish strong. You had a good speech all the way through. Finish it really strong. And give me something, that if you'll follow these simple tips, that's how you can get good portraits of the people you take pictures of. That's the kind of thing you want. You have a slight tisk. Watch that. I saw shoulders for 2 seconds of somebody in the audience. They went way too fast and not enough for me to even see their faces. Watch the ahs for the vocalized pauses. But overall, a very, very good job. Build on that. And not that I suspect you will, but nothing else now for the rest of the speeches dealing with photography. All right, next up is Hector. Hector, you talked about telescopes. There was no outline, no speaker notes. I can't see your audience, only the camera person. Can't see you. You're ignoring the shot instructions that I've just gone over in great detail in the housekeeping part of this video. Stand still when you speak. You don't need to be doing this. I don't need to see your hands going all over the place. Stand still and try to be natural. Also, you laughed during your speech. I don't know what it was. It's some kind of inside joke. But when you laugh and you didn't share it with the audience wonders what's going on that they're not a part of. You kind of threw up your hands at the end, and so that's my speech. Well, okay, fine, but that doesn't help any, so watch that kind of thing. Watch the uhs and the ums. Your speech ran 3 minutes, roughly, well, I've got 2 minutes and 44 seconds when I take out the audience stuff. I would say that's way, way too short. And you do words like kinda instead of kind of, and you do coupla, like couple of, not coupla, couple of. Watch your articulation, watch those kinds of things. And no more topics of astronomy or telescopes or anything anywhere near those topics. All right, next up is Emplar, and you talked about sky caddies, and I got to tell you, from the very beginning, I had no idea what you were talking about. You started as though I knew exactly what it was you were talking about with no explanation. In context, I figured out it had something to do with the game of golf. I'm still not exactly sure what it has to do with, why I should care, why I would even want one, and you did so much to dismiss parts of what it does badly that I'm not sure that if you were a salesperson, you did very much to sell anyone on even having one. Slow down the audience when they move in front of the camera. Pause each person for 5 seconds. Have them say their name. That'll help too. I have no outline or speaker notes. You have not explained what you were talking about. I've said that. I figured it out about 2 minutes into your speech from the context of what you were talking about. You never explained why you were talking about it. You did a poor job of establishing your credibility for who you were to be talking about this. And let's say that you're not even a golfer. Let's say you sell these in a store. That's credibility. I work in a store that sells golf equipment. I have found this device to be a very helpful device for golfers. You've established credibility, but you didn't do that in this speech. That's about all I could tell about it. And you're moving when you say that, so that at the end of your speech you say, that's about all I can tell you about it, and you're starting to move out of the picture even as you're saying that. Don't do that. You have too much of a tisk. Boy, is it there, and boy, is it present. You tisk at the end of nearly each statement. Almost each sentence you have a tisk at the end of it. The camera shot and the composition was wrong. You didn't do anything to explain to non-golfers in your audience, so you want to make sure about that. And that's generally what I could say to you in that particular topic. Okay, we're going to stop here, and we'll come back with another video in a moment.